Hey, everybody. You're watching Not Enough Growing TV with Dominique, a podcast that discusses life, laughter, acceptance, and everything else in between. How y'all doing? But anyway, y'all already know. Before we jump into this video, please take this time with me to take a deep breath in. Yes. That felt so good. Inhale all the positivity and the creativity that surrounds you, and exhale all that nasty, icky, BS stuff that's trying to hang around, like negativity and doubt and things of that nature. Because Lord knows, I haven't had the greatest couple days, but for those who have had great days today, I am so happy for you. Y'all already know. Kudos to you. Keep having those great days. But for those of us that didn't have such great days, look, that was a gift from me to you. You know, a good inhale and exhale can really make and break a day. Okay? So let's just jump right into tonight's episode. So I had this topic on my mind because number one, I absolutely love the singer Her. I love her. And her new song, Damaged, I'm pretty sure everybody out there should have heard it by now. But if you haven't, please take a look. Take a listen. And what's in my cup? She can't talk. What's in that cup, girl? I'm gonna stop playing. Y'all go take a listen to the song Damaged, because she definitely talking about some true stuff. Because you really have to be careful what you take for granted. Yeah. If I'm worth more than you could manage, 'cause I can be a lot to deal with. And I know it's some other people out here that can also be a lot to deal with. I do, however, think it all comes down to your significant other knowing the person that you are. They know your triggers. They know, what not to say, what not to do. That makes it easier. But y'all, dating damaged is, like, in my opinion, is not good. And I kind of sort of feel like a small hypocrite for saying this, because I know that I don't want to halt myself in, like, dating out here, because I know I'm still working on myself and I'm still going through a lot of things. Because trust me, I have grown a lot. I have done a lot of work on myself, but it just all depends on the type of person you deal with, the mentality that they have, the mentality that you have. But I think it's important that when you are working on yourself and when you are dating someone that may have some issues, you may recognize, it's important to love yourself enough and love that person enough to kind of say, like, I think I'm gonna step back so I can give myself room to work on myself, and I can give you the room to work on yourself. Because two damaged people, like, that can be hard to deal with, like real hard to deal with. And I know that, again, because I go through a lot. I have trust issues. I have insecurities But I recognize I have these issues, and I recognize I have insecurities when it comes to relationships. But it's people out here that's walking around that don't recognize the issues that they have, and they out here just mingling and ready to meet people and jumping into these relationships with people, and knowing that something ain't right. Something ain't right up here. But I noticed that if you deal with me, you kind of dealing with a lot, and I try not to be so much to other people. Shoot, I try not to be so much to my family. I mean, not let's let alone like a boyfriend or something like that. But I think the thing that I have to remember is, because we've all been through something, dealing with an ex, or dealing with past issues when it comes to putting your trust in somebody, or just being with somebody that wasn't honest, that wasn't truthful, that took advantage. So I know I have some issues like that, but I also know that it's other things that I should also work on myself. And so my advice is, if you know that you having an issue mentally, or you having an issue emotionally, I definitely try my best to not spill that over into situations that I may have going on in my personal life. But sometimes it happens, because sometimes a weak moment will come up, and as hard as I try not to allow it to come up, it does. And then I have to let it pass however it's going to pass. And honestly, only thing that I can think of, like right now, is to separate myself when this happens. But I'm not so lucky all the time. And so I guess my message is, before we go out here seeking another individual romantically, I do think it's important for us to do some self-evaluation. You might not be able to fix yourself 100%, but it is very important that you at least take the time to ask, am I ready for this? Can I handle being with somebody, knowing that, I have these so and so insecurities? Or can I handle being with somebody and handle what is going to come with this person? Because dealing with somebody else, people are different. You grew up different. You didn't have the same life. The thought process is totally different. And then we add that onto some other things people have going on in their life personally as adults, bills, stuff like that, job, all of that stuff. It can be a lot. So my message is, y'all just because I got to tell myself this too. So that is why I'm sharing this with y'all. I am sharing this because I hope that I can reach somebody that may be feeling like I'm feeling. It is definitely important for me to really ask myself, is this something that I want to do? Am I ready for this? Because I am aware of the things that I have to fix, and because I'm actively working on those things that I have to fix, I don't think that, in my position now, I think I'm ready to move a little bit further than I possibly was ready to move maybe a year ago or something like that. But I do think it's important that we take our time in, getting to know people, jumping in situations. But I mean, I do have to admit, I am I'm a person that struggles with being impatient, and I just been like that for a long time. But I struggle with being impatient, and I want what I want when I want it. So, a part of my brain can be like, this is what I want. I want it, and then I can cause issues with somebody or in a situation because I'm like, why you gotta wait? Why you gotta make me wait? Like, why am I waiting? But then I can say, you know what? You right. Maybe I do need to hold off and wait and see where this could go before I try to jump into something, like, because it's serious out here, and I wouldn't want anybody jumping into anything like that has something to do with me and they not fully ready to commit themselves, So I would only want to extend that same courtesy. We have to make sure that we are keeping other individuals in mind when we are going through something. I know a lot of people don't like to do that because it's a lot of selfish people out here. Yes, I said it. It's a lot of selfish people out here, and they only like to think about themselves. But for once, can we start thinking about other people? Can we start thinking about how other people may feel if we take it upon ourselves to do certain things, or if we like forcefully put somebody in a situation? And the reason I'm using the word forcefully is because if somebody don't know because you haven't disclosed information, that's called forcefully. And it's my opinion. And again, I said it because it's my opinion. But when you do not disclose certain information to people and they are walking into something blindly, that is kind of forcefully making somebody like join your world, knowing you have issues, and and now they have to deal with it, and now you have, so that's a lot. It's just a lot. So y'all be careful what you take for granted. I love this song. Anyway, I just wanted to come in here, and I do thank y'all think it's something in that cup. I do want to thank everybody for tuning in to another episode of Not Enough Growing TV. I am your host, Dominique. And remember, you are great and you are very much so deserving. And until next time, people, have a good one.